Welcome to Certified Overthinkers. Today we will discuss how you can come up from depression to inspiration through anime and how you can heal your wounds. Today on the hot seat, I have Rohit. I'm going to pass the voice to him and let's hear a very short introduction of Rohit.
Hello, hi guys. I'm Rohit, and I have been in Poland for almost 8 years, and he's my dear friend, and I'm happy to be here to express my experiences and whatever I have learned so far in this podcast. Happy to be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rohit. Thank you, brother. It was pretty difficult to get you on the seat, but I'm very, very happy that you are committed to this podcast. I think this is your very first podcast, right?
Yes, this is my first
Officially,
podcast.
very
Yeah.
first podcast. Thank you so much, Rohit. And let's get into the first question that I have, right? Can you describe the moment when you realized anime was more than just entertainment for you? And before you answer that, I think you started watching anime because of me, right?
Yes.
Take
That's
it.
right.
I suggest you take it from there.
Yeah. So it's actually, I mean, in my past, like when I was a child or when I was in my teenage time, I did not find anime as interesting as I find it now.
Right.
Because during that time, I would say like I'm watching cartoons and stuff, but I knew that animes existed and it's Japanese, so I was not like aware of like, okay, what's the point of watching it because it's in different language. And then later, like you introduced me into one anime called Naruto, and I think most anime lovers would know this anime because it's one of the most famous one there out there, and it's everyone's fan favorite. So I would say that this is the anime you introduced me to, and I started watching this Naruto, like this episode, the episode by episode, and I know like this one actually is a long one.
Yeah.
Compared to One Piece, I don't think this is as long as One Piece, but at least it
Yeah.
is one of the
Because
longest.
One Piece is still running, right?
Yeah, it's still running, but Naruto is one of the longest, and it's hard to finish. But I was a bit hesitant on starting it off.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you pushed me to a limit where I had to start.
Yeah, to start
And
it,
then
yeah.
I started it off, and one after the other, I started liking it. In some way or the other, I was actually able to like compare myself with this character, the main character Naruto, and also sometimes some other characters who come up in this anime, because they are actually showing the life journey of each and every character in this anime in a way that we can actually correlate. And in our own life, we are actually faced with a lot of struggles and things, like we feel lonely or sometimes, and we feel sometimes we are on our journey, we are stopped at some point and we think for ourselves like, what are we doing, why are we stuck here? And when we are actually watching the anime, it's kind of like escape from our own reality, and we are actually able to relate whatever that's happening with us to these characters and see how these characters are actually developing, and maybe we are actually able to like learn some things from them in a good way.
As you spoke about characters, which character arc in any anime that have inspired you, or or probably like I would even put it as that you could have related to your own characteristics. Which character would you pick, or is it even possible for you to pick just one?
That's an interesting question, because I have gone through a lot of animes, and I have a couple of characters in mind that comes up that I can correlate to. In Naruto itself, I would say I cannot correlate, but I would actually empathize with this character and try to be where he is, and see like what kind of journey he was having. Like Itachi Uchiha, it's one of the character who is really inspiring, and he was first shown as a bad guy, but then his journey, like how he had to face those difficulties, when they are actually showing us those things,
Yeah.
we understand like why he had to do those things and why he had to choose those things that he had to do. Yeah.
Right.
And I would say that he's one of the character in my list that I get inspired by, because he teaches us how we should actually face the world, and how we should actually treat others also, and especially how he treats his brother in a really good way, that from distance he's actually caring about him, but also being there when the brother is not realizing it. And also in the latest animes, there are some characters that I have that I could actually relate to. Like in Bleach, there is a character called Ichigo, and also in Solo Leveling, there is this character,
The main character, you
main
mean?
character.
Mm.
Yeah. So I would say that these characters actually I'm inspired by them, and they are actually in a way like they show each character have their own character development. And for Ichigo, let's say in Bleach, the character development is that he's always struggling with what the purpose is that he has in
Purpose
his,
of life kind
yeah,
of thing.
purpose of life. Like he's questioning himself, why, what I should be doing here, what am I supposed to do with this power that I have. And he's always questioning it, but at some point he's always choosing to be there for the care, like loved ones,
Mm.
and he's always choosing them over his own struggles, and he's always being there for them. And I think I could actually relate to his character because I'm also kind of like that, being there for others rather than being there for myself, maybe. And I would say that Ichigo could be one of the character I can correlate with. And in Solo Leveling also, he's one of the weakest character in whole anime, and from there he actually climbs up to be one of the strongest
Mm.
out there in the world.
Right, right.
So it shows a really good character development. It shows a lot of values like friendship, family, love, and a lot of other things, and brotherhood, and so many things that we wanted to see and we wanted to understand in our adulthood.
True, true.
So yeah.
That's pretty nice. So I think you mentioned almost three characters, right? And I think I know about Itachi Uchiha the most. He's also one of my favorite characters, and I think I strongly recommend people to kind of study about that character, on why he is a huge favorite among the fan base of
Yeah.
the whole anime itself, right?
Mhm.
Even the people who doesn't like Naruto, they still respect certain characters from Naruto.
Yeah.
The same goes with other animes as well. So this brings me to the question where um, I want to get a bit personal with you, right? In terms of anime, how it has helped you with depression, right? Tell me any one life incident where you correlated with your anime arc characters, or like any incidents, or you really drew inspiration from the anime in order to motivate you to get up from your bed, for example, right? Or go and finish a task, or how it might have helped you, like financially, for example, to give you the motivation to do something. What How would you describe that?
Okay, so it's a good question. So, like the character Naruto itself, for example, he's a character who's always stubborn, and he's resilient, and he's always showing this side of him that he's never going to give up.
Yeah,
And he has this one motto that I never go back on my word.
true.
So it's kind of something that I learned from him that, okay, whatever you stick to that until the end, no matter what happens. If life gives you a different path, you still stick to the same routine or same way. Or for him, it's ninja way. For me also, it will be something like that. That I need to stick to that way and never change who I am and never change my character because of what's happening in my life. And Naruto really taught me something like this. And for like some examples, I could relate to Naruto's characters, because in life it actually showed me how friendship is, how brotherhood will be, because there are some characters inside that it shows like how each of them care for each other, how friends should be there for each other, and how brother would be there for like there for the other person, and things like that. So in my life also, I have my friends, I have my brothers, and I could actually relate to this and say that I am trying to understand the value of these things, like because when you turn into like a adult, like when you enter the adulthood, I think that the friendship and brotherhood, you are not understanding the concept of it, but you actually try to understand these things through the anime because it's teaching you something. And I think that these values that I learned, I'm able to put it in use, and also I'm able to put it for better use and make my life better. And
True.
also, I would say that anime, at some point I thought that it's just to distract myself or give myself some time, or like just for the time's sake I'm just watching something. But later on it became a vital thing in my life, where I choose the anime which gives me good value, and it's shown me some light into how to live life and stuff like that. So
True.
I would say that anime has played a really important role in my life, and it has turned the depression that I had in life. Let's say I was not feeling motivated enough to do things in life, and at some point I was struggling with where I'm going. But watching anime made me feel good, rejuvenated, and full of energy, and comes back into life with a lot of energy, so that I could do the things that I need to do and feel not motivated anymore, like feel motivated to do that in a way that, like, before I was not having that much motivation, but when I watch animes it's like giving me the push, so
Yeah.
I can actually face the
Yeah.
struggles I
True.
am facing.
Yeah. That's a brilliant answer, I would say, for the question, because I always wondered that how an anime, like you watch a movie, normal thing, the emotions that it could bring on the screen, I understand. It's from the expressions, it's from the body postures, right, and all the stuff. But on an anime, I always thought that how in a cartoon, that's what we would say, cartoon and anime. I think it's a bit different, right? And I always wondered that how they're bringing up such emotions into the screen, and all, kudos to all the dubbing artists who's working on certain character arcs,
Yeah,
and they've been bringing so much emotion on the audio, on the dubbing side of the anime, right?
yeah,
Even on the Japanese version, I think the Japanese version, I started liking it because it could bring in the real emotions
emotion.
of the anime, right? My final question to you is, Rohit, like for the people, as we covered the motivation side, how can we give motivation to the people who always states that, what, I'm not going to watch this cartoon? What kind of advice that you could give to at least give it a shot and watch any anime? And if so, if let's say you are able to convince through this video that you're going to watch a new anime, what is going to be your maybe one or two recommendations of the anime that you could give as a beginner, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what's to
So
you?
okay, in this case, let's say for me itself, in my early, like, teenage time, I thought that anime is just a cartoon and it's just Japanese. I thought that it's just a Japanese version of the cartoons that I used to see. Like, I used to see the English ones. But the people out there who haven't started watching anime, I would say that it's not just a cartoon, it is an art. It conveys a lot of emotions, it conveys a lot of values that you need to learn in life, and it is better you start right now, because you have a lot to catch up on, and there is a lot of animes that you need to watch to actually get there. And for me, I have still a lot of animes left to watch, and I have a couple of them that I would recommend to start. First of all, I would recommend with start with Naruto, because it's something I started with and it's still stuck on, and I would still go back and watch it again and again if I have to. And the other one that I recently finished was Bleach, and I would recommend this to everyone out there, because I started it off just for the sake of it, but once I finished it, I was a huge fan. I was a huge fan of Bleach. So I would recommend these two animes to the people out there who have to start watching. Just maybe just bear with it for 10 or 15 episodes, and then I can guarantee you that you will be a huge fan.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So once again, thank you so much, brother. It
Yeah.
was such a great episode with you.
Yeah.
We both love animes, but it's all about conveying a message to the audience on what we can actually achieve by watching just cartoons. That's what they name it as, or they tag it as. I have huge respect on the anime creators, the writers, on bringing such level of emotions to the screens. But yeah, once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have some brilliant takeaways from this video, please do not forget to share your thoughts and comments below in the comment section. And if you have, let's say, top 5 animes apart from the ones that we mentioned, or even mangas that is related to animes, do not forget to mention it on the comment section. And once again, if you like the video, do not forget to like the video and share it with your friends and subscribe for more such content. See you in the next one. Bye bye.